Folks, it's the Flavor King, guys. Welcome back to Cooking With. Got a real one for you. We coming with some of these braised oxtails. I'm gonna show you how I clean these. We're gonna roast them in the oven, and we're gonna put them in our Dutch oven and let them cook down nice and slow for about 3 hours. And look, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the sink, show you that I clean them. I clean my oxtails about 3 times, you know, with water and vinegar. You can use lime or lemon if you want, but I'll show you how I do it, okay? Okay guys, so that's our oxtails in the water. You add a little vinegar to it. And just clean it. And I do this about 3 times. Making sure we clean all our meat. Let that water off. Add some more. What you want to do too, what I'll do is I'll cut off some of that fat, cut off a lot of this fat, trim them up pretty good before we put them in the oven. But we're also going to put them in the oven. So that's going to reduce a lot of this fat also. So remember, if you got meat and you have a lot of fat on it, it could take more salt so you can have that flavor, because that fat is going to absorb a lot. So. So that's what that looks like. We cleaned our meat off. See, it's nice and clean. Okay. We're gonna pop these in the oven for about 45 minutes on 450. Okay guys, it's been 45 minutes. Our oxtails are ready to come. As you can see, those oxtails browned up pretty good. Got that fond at the bottom of the pot. Remember guys, that's not burnt. That's fond, that's gonna be flavored when we cooking these oxtails down. Okay, so let's take a look at our ingredients. Okay, we're gonna add some allspice to our braised mix. We're gonna season it with a packet of Goya, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and oxtail seasoning. And we're gonna saute down our Trinity. You know, we got carrots, celery, onions, and some minced garlic. Over here, once we get that braised, we got a tomato, Scotch bonnet pepper, red, yellow, green bell pepper, bay leaves, 2 bay leaves paste, a couple of globs of Worcestershire sauce, some of that Maggi seasoning, and we got 4 cups of beef broth. Okay. All right, guys, you can see. Again, those oxtails browned up pretty good. See, not a lot of fat that came off of them. So, you know, we got all of that fat. We got all of that fat off. A little bit of this beef broth in there, so we can get that fond at the bottom of the pan. So we're gonna move over to the stove now so we can saute our aromatics. Okay guys, so look, we're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan, in our pot. We'll go ahead and start sauteing carrots and bell peppers and onions. We're not gonna cook these to death. We're gonna just let them turn brown a little. I'm cooking this on a medium heat. And once we let that cook now, we'll add our tomato paste. We'll let those slow cook for 3.5, 4 hours until they tender. Okay? So we're gonna let these brown and I'll be right back. Okay guys, those veggies are like how we like them, nice and soft now. We'll go ahead and add our 4 cups of beef broth. We've already taken that, that'll be good right there. I'm gonna go ahead and add our tomatoes and scotch bonnet in there. A couple of sprigs of thyme, bay leaves, a couple of tablespoons of that tomato paste. And then we'll bring that back to a boil. Once this gets up to a boil or simmer, we'll add our oxtails to the pot. Add our seasoning, some of the seasoning to the pot. And we're gonna add the remaining seasoning to the oxtails. And add the pimento seeds. And off camera, I added 3 tablespoons of the Maggi seasoning and 1 tablespoon of W sauce. Okay guys, we got our braising liquid to a boil. We'll go ahead and add in our oxtail. Just make sure there's enough in there to cover up the oxtails. For me, like I said, that's 4 cups of beef broth. Now, once that comes back up to a simmer, we're gonna add it to our 300-degree oven. We're gonna cook that low and slow for 3 hours. Okay, so this braising liquid is starting to simmer. Put this in the oven for 3 hours on 300.
We're talking about healthy aging and healthy living.
I'm so passionate about feeding your skin the truth. And the truth is with fruits, vegetables, and all type of herbs. And that's really my motto, is feed your skin the truth.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone number. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
There's a decline in blood donations. Talk to us about why should we get blood?
When you donate, you save 3 lives. So I think this is a great thing, like your platelets, your whole blood, and your plasma is split up. So it's not going directly to one patient, but it's actually being split up and it's going to 3 different patients.
I've put the pot in the oven. And we're gonna let that cook for 300 for 3 hours. Okay guys, the Oxtails are round. They took a little longer. They took about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, but okay guys, so look, we're gonna start with our squash. We have some yellow summer squash. We're gonna cut off those ends. Then we're gonna just slice those in medallions. Make sure we're slicing them about the same width. You can also, so it's a lot of different ways you can cut this squash to get what you're looking for. Like I said, I'm going for the medallions. All right, so we're gonna cut up the rest of the squash short. Okay, now we're slicing up our onions. I cut the onion in half, and then we're making it into half moon slices. But you know what? You can, if you want to dice them, you can. It's your recipe. You can do it. Ladies and gents, that's it. We're gonna take these over to our stock pot. I'll show you the seasoning that we put in. It's not really a measurement, but we really do it to taste. Really do it by eye. But it'll probably be maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, black pepper, some paprika, and some Cajun type seasoning. But that's what we got right there, okay? We're getting ready to. Now we're gonna cut our stove on a medium heat. Okay, we added about a tablespoon of oil in the bottom of the pan. Have some bacon pieces that I chopped up. Okay, it looks like that grease is getting right now. So we're gonna add the bacon to it. You can just go with the oil, canola, vegetables, olives, whichever oil you want to use. So like I said, this is a southern station. So we're going old school. We're going southern with it, okay? That bacon just going to add another layer of flavor. All right, so we're going to add some onions into that. We'll do a little bit of seasoning right there. That's our pepper. Just a pinch in between that. And then we have our Cajun seasoning and our paprika. We'll mix that up, and then we'll put the rest on top, and we'll let that cook now. And we'll add the rest. So what we'll do, we'll add and saute down. We'll come back in about 5 minutes or so, mix those up, and the next time we do it, it'll be done. It'll probably take about 10 to 15 minutes. Takes about 10 to 15 minutes for this dish, okay?
The Conversation by Hill Harper. If you have any desires to be in a relationship, to be married, I think it is a must that you have a conversation.
I think too, he talked about in the book being honest in your communication. Say a woman might be insecure about how she's looking, and instead of being honest with that about her partner, she'll say like, "Does this dress make me look fat?" And I think both about something and be able to have that vulnerability and be comfortable. And like Chris said, have that environment where you can be honest.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
We are picking men's brains today because we're asking men questions that we want to know. Honest answers. Don't get mad at the messengers.
You're changing your looks all the time because you have to keep changing to keep his attention and to keep him from doing it. Then guess what? It's not you, it's the guy.
Added the 2 tablespoons of water. Now we're gonna let that steam down. You cut it down to about a low flame. Cook that nice and slow. We don't want to burn it. As we're coming up on our 5-minute mark with our squash. Let me get the rag. Top is kind of hot. All right, so now we're just moving that stuff around. You can see those onions are caramelizing and that squash is steaming. That's what we want to see right there. Yes. So we got about 5 more minutes on this. Let it steam, okay? Low, we're talking about low, maybe between a 1 and about a 2. About a 2 on your stove. Okay? Okay, guys. We got cabbage is just about done. Yep. That's good right there. We good. We can cut that off. That's a done deal. Add our mushrooms, onions, and garlic. We're gonna add that in, and we're gonna let these saute together. We got that nice and coated with that butter. Add a little bit of salt to the mix, a little bit of kosher salt. We're gonna cook those. We're gonna baste these and keep it low and slow. Cook these low and slow for 5 minutes or so until the mushrooms soften up and release its water. And then let that cook slow. Okay guys, look, the mushrooms is reduced and release that water. We'll add a little pepper. I'm gonna add beef stock. Add about a quarter cup of beef stock. And about a quarter cup of about a 3 tablespoons of red wine. Reduce this heat. Let that start to let that simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. Mushrooms are almost done. Wine and beef stock is reduced quite a bit. We got about 2 more minutes, we should be done. Hey guys, look, those mushrooms were delicious. We got a little nice and caramelized with those onions and mushrooms and garlic. Man, it was delicious. Hey look, no matter what you do, whatever you do it with flavor. Peace.
Thank you.